yesterday.
And you got another one. Hey, we're live right now, baby. We're live. Is this the second or third or fourth time you've been live today?
I'll be live, I think 4 times today, 3 times yesterday.
Unbelievable. Yeah, I saw I'm gonna try to pull up the live stream here on my Facebook feed too. So give me 1 second. Oh, there we go. I want to be able to see the comments over here. We'll be able to see the comments here, but as you know, if they don't like select the allow them to see the comments thing, we won't be able to see who it's from. So we'll go here. But as some people are joining, we got 5 people on the Facebook. I don't know about the YouTube, but we've got people joining. I wanted to obviously needs no introduction, but introduce Cody Askins, the man behind 8% Nation. I know Christian Woodring's ready. I know Eric's ready. I know a lot of people are ready for 8% Nation, but you guys are here to find out if Cody Askins is ready for 8% Nation, right? Just how ready are we, buddy? What do we got in store? Give us some surprises.
I am absolutely ready. We have some unbelievable, amazing stuff planned. I'm actually so ready and so prepared that I'm going to Cabo to speak at the SLS conference.
Woo!
I'll be there tomorrow through next Wednesday. That shows how prepared we are when I won't even be in town the week before.
That's impressive. So you get back Wednesday and the conference is on Thursday.
That's right.
Wow. Yeah. That is impressive. I can tell you I'm not even that ready, and I'm not throwing the conference, man. I got guests in town today, and next week I'll be hammering out the last of my course and things. I mean, it's a lot, man. It's a lot to get ready for if you're Cody Askins. So I can imagine. Travis says this is the second time watching Cody Askins live today. So if you're watching this is the second time seeing him, make sure you tune in later today with Roger Short. Then what else you got going on?
Oh. Then I'm leaving in the morning, so I think I'm out for a while, but I'll be prepping speeches and intros and panels and questions and Q&A. I think I'm on stage over 30 times.
You did say that, dude. That's a lot, man. That's a lot.
That's a lot. It's time, though. It's time. It's time.
All right. So as some people are joining, we got like 20 people in the Facebook group, and I'm sure some people watching on YouTube. I've got some questions lined up for you. Okay.
Me and you one-on-one basketball. Who wins? Okay.
Well, I mean, that's you all day unless it's in the pool.
Okay. Oh, you would get me in the pool. Okay.
Pool basketball, I win.
Football. Me and you one-on-one.
Me. How do you play one-on-one football? You throw it and you run down and you
throw it to yourself. Pickleball.
Yeah. Oh man, I think that would go back and forth. I think we'd have to play a best of 7. Have you played it all lately at all?
No, I've not.
No, me neither, dude. Me neither. I need to big time. All right. So Bradley Hannon got Cody in golf. Who said that? Christian Woodring said,
you never know. You probably would.
You never know though. You've had some low scores. So and you're a gamer, man. You show up at game time just like me. So that's what it's all about is being able to show up at game time. Travis Welch says, what about boxing?
Where's my gloves?
Hey, all you guys that are commenting on the Facebook group, make sure that you authorize StreamYard to show us your name so that we can see who's talking. But I can tell you, if it came to boxing, man, we would just have to call it a draw because we'd hug it out in the center of the ring, man. I owe a lot to this guy, as a lot of you guys on the call do or on the stream do. Really, Cody, you're a pioneer in the industry. You're doing some things that I think people are getting wind of or have gotten wind of a while ago now, but not so much the conference, not so much the trainings even, but just the people that are starting to duplicate. I've noticed, right, and I'm one of them. I can attest to the fact that when we first had a conversation, and you remember this, I said, man, I don't know what I want. I don't know what my next big goal is, right? But I know I don't want to be like a coach or like a speaker, right? I know that's not what I want. I don't want to be a Cody Askins type of, coach, speaker like that. I just don't know that I could do it. And I think, honestly, if I'm being honest, saying I don't know if I can do it or I don't know if I want to do it, or I think that was what drove me into it. Anytime in my life, I feel like I don't want to do so. Like if I don't want to go run 3 miles, you know what I'm going to go do? I'm going to run 3 miles. And I know that you're very much the same. So I got the first question for you. Okay. I just wanted to give you some props, man. You really are.
Let me give you some props. I got to at least respond.
That's the only reason why I let you. That's the only reason why I let you go, because I knew you were going to give me some props back. So go ahead.
Yeah, make sure you use this later, okay, for your website.
Yeah.
Tell you that our relationships meant the world to me. Relationships and connections are worth a lot more than cash and money in our business. People don't realize it. Also, yes, the industry is starting to take hold of the conference and the theme and the brand and stuff, but it's the people that show up that mean the world to me. You always show up. I've loved spending time with you. You can't ever tell Brad he can't do something because he will prove you wrong. I can promise you that. And I can tell you that the two of us are just getting started.
Amen. Me especially, but I what I was referring to too is, as far as like people catching wind, is also like, I mean, you see the duplication, and that's the sign of a true leader, right? When you can lead a group of people, right, to be better than they were, that's one thing, right? But when you can lead somebody to kind of to follow in your footsteps and then lead others, right, and start that duplication process, that's what you see. And I'm not going to name drop anybody, but right now you see a lot of people putting out a lot of content, making a big difference in our industry. And when we talk about the 92% of insurance agents fail, it has a lot to do with the fact that we need more people out there that are doing these things. So, I mean, there's no shortage. We know there's no scarcity of people that need help. So there's never too many coaches in the space. There's never too many people locking arms and doing big things. So, on that, I want to talk about the conference because I'm super excited. Like you said, we're just getting started and all that stuff. I value our relationship so much, bro. But we've been so busy, both of us been going in the same direction, but like we're on the interstate rolling together. We're like, we get a chance to wave every once in a while when we're, riding next to each other. But for the most part, man, I haven't even got to pick your brain about the conference. So selfishly, I'm going to get you on here and I'm going to selfishly pick your brain about the conference. And the first question I have for you is pretty simple, right? What are you most excited about?
Oh, that's good. I am most excited about one specific surprise that will happen. I'll give you the day. Okay. So there's a big surprise each day. There's actually a really big surprise at the end of day 3 at probably about 2:30 on Sunday.
Okay.
So don't leave early.
Okay.
But I'm most excited about one specific surprise. This person I've seen on TV numerous times lately, and this person is a huge surprise for Friday, and I'm crazy excited for this specific surprise. But it's Friday, and I'm personally, and I'm also really excited to get to meet and listen in person to Eric Thomas, E.T. the Hip Hop Preacher.
No doubt, dude. No doubt.
Never heard him in person yet. I believe from a motivational standpoint, he's the greatest motivational speaker on the planet.
No doubt. At
this time. He's in every motivational video on YouTube. His voice is in it somewhere, He's unreal. So I'm really excited about him as well. And then from a leadership standpoint and like a growth standpoint, Patrick Bet-David, no matter what anybody thinks about PHP.
Oh my goodness, dude.
Dude is a monster.
Dude, such a beast.
I can learn stuff from him,
Yeah.
So I'm excited about that too.
Well, I got a fire ticket because that's the only way that I do things. But hey, speaking of tickets, by the way, I didn't think this through on purpose because I wanted to hopefully come up with a way that we can give away a few free tickets. So if you're watching this, if you see this afterwards, if you see this after the fact, we're gonna make this a really simple competition. Okay, we're not gonna make you share it in 20 different places and whatever. We want you to share it, right? We want you to like and add your friends to, tag your friends on the chat and all that stuff. But here's the rules to the competition. Okay, the first rule is you've got to show up, right? If I'm giving you one of my tickets and I've got I'll say 3 or 4 left, right? It's like I'm calling everybody, hey, are you coming? Because I'm going to give up your ticket if not. And the reason is simple, man. If I have 50 tickets, and I do, right? I want 50 people to show up. So the first rule, okay, to winning a free ticket is you've got to show up, okay? The second rule is that on Sunday for the breakout sessions, you have to come to my session, period. I don't care if you like whoever else is speaking more, you have to be at mine because I gave you a free ticket. And then the third thing is you have to come up to me. If it's somebody that I don't know, you have to come up to me at the conference, introduce yourself. I want to connect with you. I want to shake your hand. So simple, man. If you're watching this and you can be there, I'm going to pick one or two people. We'll see how many tickets are left, but I'm going to pick one or two people that can meet those requirements, and I'm going to give away a free ticket. Fair enough?
Yeah, that's good because I don't have any more tickets to give them, so that's good.
Good. It's a freaking sold out event. What am I doing? I should sell it for 3 times the cost. But okay, fair enough.
But that proves how much you care, and you've made it very, very simple, right? I mean, yeah. I say that, but most people struggle in our industry with showing up.
Yeah,
showing up is what you want to stand out. Just show up, right? So literally, show up, attend the breakout. And make sure you meet and hang out with Brad Hannon. Give me the ticket. I'll make sure I do all those things. Okay.
Yeah. Well, you're going to be there already. So, and by the way, speaking of the fire ticket, the reason why I even brought that up, I wasn't bragging on myself. I'll never not sit front row. So Cody knows any event, whatever the top ticket is, that's the one I'm buying. Doesn't matter if I break it up into 27 payments or if I have to, sell one of my wife's purses to get that ticket. I'm going to do it, right? Because that's going to get me more purses in the future. But speaking of the fire ticket and the speaker meet and greet and things like that, one of the things that I've done a lot of the last 2 weeks is I've studied a lot of Patrick Bet-David, dude. Of all the speakers, okay, which is funny because I'm in the freaking insurance industry. But of all the speakers, the one that I probably knew the least about, okay, was Patrick Bet-David. Not because I don't love his stuff, but I just haven't consumed a lot of his material, and I've really dug into it because when I meet him, I want to be like, dude, when you freaking did that example about the rubber band, bro, and you made yourself bleed like that, I taught my team that was amazing. He was talking about success and how people hold you back, and the more people, the more tension, and it's so easy to let go, and boom, and he does it so good. It's on YouTube, it's on Valuetainment, of course, but the point is, dude, I've already just in a couple of weeks of really consuming his material has been, I'm excited for him. I think I'm probably most excited for him. The dude obviously can scale a business like nobody else, right? I mean, he did it. So, man, I appreciate that too about keeping it simple. One thing I can tell you is, what you do, Cody, is not easy, dude. What you do, talking about writing your goals down every day, talking about these things that you're coaching on and teaching on, and really investing everything that you have, literally everything that you have into it. It's not easy. I'm right in the middle of it, dude. I'm right in the middle of trying to simplify the things that I do, that simplify the things that other agents can take and help them be successful. And it's not easy. And you do a really good job of it. So the second question, okay, I have about the conference is a selfish one. Who are you most excited to see that you haven't seen in a while?
That's gonna tick some people off. Crap. You know what? I'm going to use a third party source that most people don't even know, and he probably won't even watch this.
There you go.
There's a guy I met a few years ago.
There's a guy I met.
His name is John Wetmore. I like the guy a lot. I respect the heck out of him, and I'm excited to see him again soon. And none of you guys know him, so it's a safe answer.
All right, that was more of a joke than anything else. But what's the biggest difference? Okay, what's the biggest? I've been to 1-8% Nation now. There's been what, 2 or 3 total?
Well, there's been 3. There's been 3.
3 total. Okay, so this will be the 4th one. Okay, what's the biggest difference between 8% Nation Volume 4 than 8% Nation Volume 3? Besides the fact that you probably spent a bunch more money and there's more speakers and more days, and what's the biggest difference?
I would say the biggest difference is the creativity that we've put into the overall experience. We probably missed something, but I can't think of anything that we've missed so far. we've put more time, more energy, more effort, and more creativity into the overall attendee experience, including we just built our own app, by the way, that just launched today, by the way.
What?
That you can get on the App Store, 8% Nation Conference. It'll have
Wow.
all the details, the maps, the agenda, the speakers. We're going to get all the breakouts in there, like we're filling it up now. So we're just more creativity with the overall experience. And I'm not like just saying this. The first 8 minutes of the conference,
Oh,
you will feel like, holy freak, I got my money's worth.
oh yeah. Why?
And I'll just say that I wouldn't have even walked out yet.
Okay, why? Tell us more.
Just because of how well we've started off the event, how we've thought through every detail. Our team is also I've also lost team members all along the way. Every year, our entire CA Ops team was here last 2020 event. What does that tell us? Well, the same team is back-to-back years. It's only going to get better when you employ better people and keep them around.
Amen. Yeah. You have more hands. I mean, you have more hands pulling on that rope and making that thing happen. So how many of your staff are going to be there this year?
We will have a total of, I think not including the SIG side, probably like 30. 25,
Wow.
30. Yeah,
Wow.
quite a bit.
All hands on deck. All hands on deck. Yeah. So the first 8 minutes, man, so people want to show up on time. Is that what you're saying?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
All I can say is we've upped our design elements this year. That's the hint that I give. We've upped our design elements this year. And honestly, you will walk in the hotel and immediately notice that we went all out this year.
Okay.
You'll walk in, you'll get out of your car at the Statler, out of the Uber. You won't even walk in yet. You won't even get to level 2 yet. And you'll be like, wow, they got after it this year.
Hey, I do know who was partially probably responsible for some of that. And I'm not going to give her all the credit because there's probably a team effort, but I know your beautiful wife, Lauren, had something to do with some of that stuff, huh?
100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's one of the most creative people I know. She has brought tons of ideas. Our team, by the way, is lights out.
No doubt.
I mean, all of them, from Cassidy to Dylan to Kelly to Brett to Andy, like that team, I would put that team of 5 up against any team of 5 in the industry when it comes to throwing an event.
Bro, they're on top of it. I gotta say, there's nothing that I've ever needed done or asked for or any. I mean, these guys they're grade A for sure, man. And the best thing about it is I know they're loyal to the cause, right? They see the results, they see the impact that's being made, and I think that's what speaks volumes to what you're doing, and I'm glad to be a part of it. So with that said, dude, I know you're a big goals guy, right? I'm about to do some training on goals. I got all my goals right here, but I know specifically when it comes to this event, I know you're not going in just hoping some good stuff happens. I know you've got some specific goals that you want to see. So share some of your goals for the conference. Like what are the big goals? What do you want to see?
And this is chapter 2. Okay. Chapter
Boom.
2.
Goal setting.
Goals that work. Okay. Chapter 2.
I love it.
I mean, immediately when I think about the goals, okay, is there's a few goals. Number 1, it's not to have a chair open at all. And I believe we've already accomplished that, by the way.
That's one of the reasons why we're doing this too, by the way. So if you're not already coming, I've got a handful of tickets. We need your butt in the seat for sure. So go ahead.
Exactly right. That's exactly right. 2, it's that every single person leaves this event after 3 days with us, the welcome party, the breakout sessions, the Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Some people are staying for a Monday mastermind that I'm doing.
Okay.
And my goal is for every single person to leave thinking bigger than they've ever thought, with some really key relationships that can help drive their business, and with more specific ways to grow than they've ever had previously. And because at the end of the day, this is becoming a movement to help people get to another level in their life. But it all starts here. Everybody always says like thoughts become things, right? Like
100%, dude.
You're going to have some thoughts and some crazy ideas during the event. The winners will go home and actually implement them so that they become things.
The first thing they'll do is they'll put them down on freaking paper. They'll have their dang notepads out and they'll freaking put it down on paper, dude. Like,
yes.
And if I can just say one thing to that, Cody, because this is something that I took for granted in my life. I really, we started this off talking about how important it is to just show up and to kind of further that, dude. I've always shown up, but shown up with an expectation, right? Shown up that at any moment I'm going to meet one person that's going to change the trajectory of my career or my future, or whether that's because I've got a fantastic friendship like I do with you, or whatever that I'm like getting a little choked up here because you just don't know. And so if you're watching this, you're going to be there. Like, you don't know. You might have seen Cody speak before. You might have seen Nate Offert speak before, and you might have to piss really bad, right? Like Cody has to all the time. You might just be like, you know what? I'm going out. Now, no one's holding you from going to the bathroom. If you want to go to the bathroom, you can go to the bathroom, but you need to go in with an expectation. Go into this event with an expectation that you're going to meet somebody. You're going to have a conversation. You're going to hear something from stage. You're going to hear something in my breakout session. I can't speak to the others, but probably mine. Or you're going to hear something that's going to change the course of the next year, 2 years, 10 years, and it's going to make a huge impact in your life, man. And I'll be honest, I saw some people not in the conference last year, not when someone was speaking or whatnot. And I'm just thinking, and like, that's okay. It's going to happen. But those people, right, are going to miss out on that exact thing we're talking about. You have to go into, it's 3 days of your life that you need to invest like something big is going to come of it, because then something big is going to come of it. Am I right?
That's right. Yeah, you said something a second ago, because you said write it down. Brian Tracy says, think it, ink it.
Amen. Yeah. Think it, ink it.
Also, what I noticed with you is you're very intentional on what you're going to get out of stuff. Like, for example, I know that it's up to the learner to extract something. Like, if you go to the event not wanting to learn anything, not thinking you'll learn anything, guess what? You probably won't learn anything, right?
Yeah.
If you want to learn something, you want to get something big, you go there focused, determined. You're in every you're taking notes, you're listening, you're mingling, you're spending time with people like Brad Hannon. I can promise you, you will leave learning a lot.
Amen.
But the good news is it's up to you.
It is. It's 100% up to them. And I had a conversation earlier, and then I got one more final question for you. But I had a conversation earlier with a buddy of mine, and I was talking about somebody had mentioned to me like, yo, dude, I definitely want to come to your breakout. You're going to have a lot of practical material and not so much motivation. And I was like, I don't know if that's like a dig, or like if that, I don't know what practical material is. If you want steps 1 through 10 on how to be successful, I can do that for you. But I can promise you that steps 1 through 10 alone won't do it. It's not motivation only that's going to get you there. It's not tactics and strategies only that's going to get you there. It is a combination of both. You've got to have both, right? Without the motivation, you're gonna find yourself struggling, whether you know the steps to success or not.
Well, yeah. Let me add this to it. Some people won't relate to this when I say this at this time, and that's just because it's timing in your life. Okay,
100%.
And people need to change. I can listen to the most motivational speaker in the world that someone thinks they didn't give out any content. Okay, and I will have 7-figure ideas come through my head. Why? Because I'm looking for 7-figure ideas to come through my head. and I'm listening with the intention of actually taking something massive away. Most people, I don't know why they're not in that stage in their life where they listen to somebody, but they never get ideas. Dude, I get so many ideas, I can't even implement them all.
Yeah. You come back and your team's like, what do you want me to do with all this? I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
No, it definitely, it boils down to expectation. It boils down to, you know, the fact that you didn't show up hungry, or you showed up expecting that it wasn't going to be anything crazy, or, you know, you've heard this guy speak before, or, you know, last year you didn't get anything. Maybe you're in a different spot in your life this year than you were last year, and something's going to resonate with you a little differently. So, you know, that is definitely, you know, up to the person that shows up, you know, and people value what they pay for. And if they paid for their ticket, which most of them did, maybe the only person that won't is whoever wins a ticket off of this. But if you paid for your ticket, man, get your freaking money's worth out of it. And if I could just say something real quick, like anybody that's out there that watches this, that doesn't know me and I haven't met, one of my personal goals, okay, at this conference, to meet 100 new people, right? Like meet 100 new people, shake hands, connect in a way that we can follow up down the road and you know, work together in some capacity. Because as I told you the other day, Cody, collaboration, right, over competition, right? That's my biggest goal right now, is to have more collaboration, less competition, because ultimately, like I said in the beginning, there's way too many people struggling and not enough people helping those individuals struggling. And we can continue to lock arms. You know what I mean? Totally.
And that's what this is all about, you know?
All right. So last, I guess it's not really a question. It's more of a statement. Okay. And this is a statement for anybody watching that might be in freaking Northern California, or way up in the Northeast in Boston or Maine, or like they're like, as geographically, they're as far from Dallas, Texas as you could be, or maybe they're like a couple hour drive away, right? But they don't have tickets and they don't plan to be at 8% Nation. What do you have to say to those folks?
The first conference I ever went to, the previous year, I went on live stream. And I truly wish, because I didn't plan on going the next year either. And then I paid $15,000 to go. And
wow.
It forced me to show up. Okay, I went from $50 to $15,000. Okay. And I can tell you that I am beyond glad I went, and I wish I would have went instead of going on the live stream the year before. Okay, so I can tell you, when you get a chance to get in the room, it is guaranteed to change your life. And so I don't care where you have to come from, if I have to help you, whatever, I can promise you the answer is to commit, to pull the trigger, to be there, work out the hotel, the travel, the agenda, whatever. Work out all that later. Just say, no matter what, if you can verbally say right now, no matter what, I'm coming, then guess what? You will be glad that you did.
Yeah. That's so good, man. That's so good. And we'll kind of wrap up with that, but I have to follow it up with, do you do that a lot in your life? Commit like that? Do you say a lot of things like that without having the details, figuring it out?
That's why I'm wearing
you're gonna have to kick your leg way up high.
These new Travis Matthews shoes.
Okay.
So I'm sitting with Coach Bird at dinner on Monday night, and he's got these blue shoes on, and I'm like, dude, what are these? And he's got these new
Curators,
casual curator knit Travis Matthews shoes. I'm like, dude,
I know what they are. The Curators, baby. Yep.
Like, those are awesome. So where'd you get those? He's like, oh, Travis Matthew. I'm like, how do I get them? He's like, I have the website. So I go to the website. We're sitting at dinner. I pull out my credit card and I buy the shoes. And they get here. I pay an extra $30 for overnight shipping, and they got here yesterday on Wednesday, and I wore them yesterday and today. And so, do I do that in my life a lot? I try to do it every chance I get.
You committed to shoes. There you go. It works, man. It works. I love those shoes, by the way.
Yeah, what's funny is Eric, Coach Bert's guy, was across the table, and he was like, dude, you just take action. And Coach Burke gave me one of the biggest compliments he's ever given me the other day in front of a room of people. We were both speaking at Dan Eddington's team. And he said, what I love about Cody is, he said, I give a lot of people ideas. He said, but the difference between Cody and others is Cody actually does them. And he does them like 3 seconds later. He's like, that's a great idea. I'm doing it. And you're like, well, you don't have to do it. No, he's doing it, you know? And he's like, that's, he's like, that's really rare. So if you guys can ever get to that point in your life where when you know you should do something, you just you figure it out. You commit first, figure the rest out later, and you just do it. I can tell you a lot of opportunity will come in your life. A lot of amazing things will happen in your life. It's like for me, there's sometimes where my wife wants to go do something. Here, I'll relate it to this. And I don't really want to go. Maybe it's a birthday party or something silly. I'm like, I don't really want to go to that. Are you kidding me? But then I go and I have like the most fun I've ever had in my life.
Yeah.
And she's like, every time I just get you to go to something or do something that you don't really want to do, you always end up enjoying it.
Yeah.
So just maybe someone listening and watching right now, you aren't used to getting outside of your comfort zone. You're not used to pushing the envelope. You're not used to committing first and figuring the rest out later. But what if you did? What if you started like Jim Carrey on Yes Man and you just started saying yes and figuring the rest out later? What would happen in your life? I can promise you that's one philosophy and one thing I've adopted over the last 3.5 years is I've finally started saying yes.
Man, that's so good. That's so good. I personally, I want to just continue to dig into this and like get a coaching session out of this. But I know we've got some things to do and other things to work on. But just to kind of recap, right? We have goals, right? Cody has goals for the conference. I've got goals. I've got goals written down. He's got goals in chapter 2 of his book. If you haven't ordered that book, you need to get on that book. Actually, I'm just going to go ahead and take action on it right now because exactly what we're talking about, right, is something that I've been putting it off, right? I'm like, dude, I got to buy Cody's book. I've just been putting it off. So I'm going to do it right now. And then I'll screenshot the proof in the comments because I'll take action. And I know that's not a big thing, right? It's like, okay, cool. The book's what, $15? It's, okay, $9, even easier. I know that's an easy thing to take action on, but what Cody's saying with something as simple as, just showing up to the party that you didn't want to go to or whatever, it's those little things, man. And when you start to do that, and I can tell you that this isn't my own, I didn't come up with this. Heck, Cody didn't even come up with this, but I did take a lot of this from Cody and understood, man, when that guy wants to do something, he does it. And now that's kind of the way that I live my life, man. When I want to do something, I do it. One of my agents said, we should run this 3 miles next week, that we were kind of like, jog, walk in, jog. We were just getting active. I was just trying to get my team up early and outdoors. And one of them said, hey, we should jog this thing. And I'm like, dude, let's do it. Like whatever. Ryan Lodi said this the other day. This is big. This is big. This is live. This is recorded. And then we'll wrap this up. Ryan Lodi said, running a marathon in January. Do you want to do it? I said, yep, let's do it. So I guess I'm running a marathon in January with Ryan Lodi. So Ryan Lodi, Waylon, our trip, a couple other guys are doing it. Cody, we'll send you the dates. You check your schedule because I know if the schedule allows, you would do it too, right?
That's true. You've got a point.
They suck though, but it's going to be fun.
I've never done a full one. I've only done half, so
it's going to suck for sure.
But I'll beat Ryan Lodi.
There you go. You heard it, baby. Not if you don't need a Kangen water machine though.
That dude takes as much action as anybody. And I love that dude. I got a chance to spend a weekend with him, and Coach Burt and I in Florida recently. And so, we have a good relationship. So he'll appreciate the joking gesture. So.
Well, dude, listen, he came down to my office the other day and about blew everybody's minds. Like I could see the wheels turning when he's like, I'm 24 years old or what? I think he's 24. But he's like, dude, I made my first $100,000. I gave it all away. Like he's talking all and it was just crazy. But, that's a totally different topic for a totally different day. What I want to wrap this up with and leave you guys with is, like Cody said, if you commit, right? If you can just say, hey, I'll be there, right? We'll figure out the rest. And so I do have a handful of tickets. One of the big reasons behind this was anybody that's out there that finances are in the way, or, listen, even if, like, seriously, guys, even if plane tickets and hotel rooms are an issue, like reach out and let's see what we can do to work something out to get you there, because I guarantee you it'll be life-changing for you. It's been life-changing for me. It's one of the foundations that I've built a lot off of, and probably the reason why some of you guys even know who I am. And it's definitely the reason, one of a few reasons that you know who Cody Askins is, right? Without 8% Nation, a lot of people don't know who Cody Askins is. A lot more insurance agents are out there failing. And so if you can find a way to be there, right? Be there. And maybe, by the way, you're watching this and you're like, but I'm already successful. I'm not a part of the 92%. I don't need any help. Somebody there needs your help, period. So I don't know whether you're showing up to get help for yourself or help somebody else, or maybe both, like I'm going to do, right? I know that I'm going in there to help myself, to get fed, and to help some others. And like I said, I want to connect with 100 people. So if you're watching this, we've never met, please come up to me, introduce yourself to me, and let's connect. All right, Cody, any parting words?
Let's go, baby. Let's go. It's going to be good, BH.
Dude, can't wait to see you in a week, buddy. Can't wait to see you in a week.
Appreciate you. Okay. Thank you, and appreciate you.
Yeah, man, we'll wrap this up.